So, if there's some way I can try and intuit, oh, is there some way that I can try and get into this creature's head? Um,
Oh,
let me tell you what I'm aiming for, right? I mean, maybe this is too weird, but let me tell you what I'm aiming for. So, I'm thinking like, okay, this thing is like really angry, but maybe it still has some like warped sense of humanity in it, right? And maybe it can like understand speech. And so, I'm like influencing grifter organizer. These are the kind of things that I do. And I have a stunt called impressive speech. And here's the text of this. It says once per session. Oh, well, it says before a big confrontation, so maybe it wouldn't work. But it says, and it says, if you give a big emotional speech to whip everyone into shape, the aspect creates an additional free invoke. My thought was I could make like some impressive speech to like get this creature like more riled up, or like like get in its head basically, and try and create an aspect that way. But I'm trying to figure out like in what sense is it angry? Like, is it like angry because it like hates people that are invading its home at the sanitarium, or is it angry because it's not getting enough brains to eat? Like, can I like try and get inside its head somehow and like mess with it emotionally? This is like what I'm aiming for. Does that make sense?
yes, but those are two different approaches. I'll say that you are messing with him. That will be as a social attack. Learning his motivations, that will be creating an advantage on a social way. I would say socialite to create an advantage will be a good idea.
No, I don't have socialite, but I
Social
could take it as
work,
average, I guess. I have a bunch of blank averages.
or I think social worker
I have
could work.
grifter. I have in
Actually, social worker is the
social
best one.
worker.
Yeah, I think it could go great with social
Oh,
worker.
okay. So maybe like Diego would be good at that.
No, no, no. Actually, you said you have
Not to
organizer,
in the
right?
head.
You said you have organizer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you can do this with organizing very well. So go ahead. Remember, if you want to use the edge, you need to spend a fate point.
Want to use the edge dice. All right. I feel like this is a pretty like shot in the dark kind of thing to try, given that it's already angry. So I'm gonna go and use the edge. So I'll spend a fate point on that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do I have to state so my now? How does this work as far as creating an advantage? Do I roll first, or do I state what advantage I'm going to create first?
You roll first. We interpret after.
Okay. So, all right. So I'll throw in a token, and then the die is already there. So I'll just roll everything. Wow, my interface just keeps rolling and it doesn't stop spinning. I'm very confused by that. Is it okay? I think roll for party might be broken. It just keeps spinning and spinning for me. Is it? Wow, I'm so confused. But they're all blank. There's nothing on any of them. They
Let's
haven't
keep.
changed. So
If they're all blank, it just means that you're getting the middle result.
Wait, let's create.
well, I mean,
Oh shit!
well, it's the exact same roll as before. It's a 6 and 4 blanks.
Oh shit! I deleted everything accidentally.
I mean, maybe it's good to start over again. I think we remember what each of us had.
Yeah, I was going to create new dice.
I'm having trouble connecting. Connection seems to be okay. Maybe. I mean, we could probably roll fate dice in the chat, right? I mean, in the Discord.
Do we have a
Is there a
bot?
dice roller in Discord? Let's see, there's a sidekick that rolls dice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a sidekick bot.
Okay.
Let's see.
Is it on the bot zone?
How does that work? I don't know how to make it do a thing. Try or there's got to be a way to make it roll fate dice. Let me look it up. Maybe it doesn't work.
Maybe it does not work.
Because it says we have it installed. There's maybe it only works in certain rooms. There's a place called Bot Zone. We'll try that.
Yeah. Maybe that's.
Huh. All right. So maybe it's not actually working then.
No.
Because, which is weird. Okay.
I mean, do you have dice at hand?
Yeah, I do. I could just
Yeah, I can also.
Oh, that's weird.
Can also roll.
Okay. I'll just put some actual dice and we'll be in a second.
Okay. I rolled for you, and you got a 4.
So I went to another Discord, not a story, but one that does have that I've used before, and it's not working there either. So like all that's on the really dice are happy. Never rolled a dice before. Recently because they're black. I got my thing. I can see. Ooh, so pretty. All right, so that I now. Okay, I got 2 minuses and a 4. So my total only.
Can you hear us properly?
Oh,
Because you are voting pretty hard.
Could. I can hear you fine. On video?
Because your video is freezing and you are voting.
Okay. Oh man, and it doesn't work there. Uh,
No, it's nothing.
all right.
How's it?
Hi, can you see me and hear me now?
Oh, much better. Oh,
Okay, so I switched to a different browser. I was using Chrome before, now I'm in Firefox. Uh, Maybe that'll hold up, I don't know. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so I rolled and I had, so you didn't see anything that I said. Okay, I went away and I got
oh.
my dice and I got some fate dice and I rolled two minuses and 4 on the edge dice. So that would be a total of 2.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I probably
What is
want
your
to spend
organizer?
another.
What is your organizer?
Oh right, my organizer is 4 because that's my best thing.
Okay,
I
so
almost
that's a
forgot about that. So that gets
6.
me up to a 6. Okay.
Okay, and let me roll for them then. Okay. So you have 6 versus 3. So not only you create an advantage, you get 2 free invokes with it. Do you want to create an advantage, or do you want to give to one of the creatures? Actually,
Uh,
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you discover something about the creature. You see that it
okay.
seems to be intelligent, but not in any way that a human being would be. It seems to be very intelligent, but not entirely sentient. And you figure that it's probably not going to react to the same way that a human being or another sentient creature would be. And you have 2 free invokes on invoking Alien Thought.
Okay. Alien thought is the aspect. Cool.
Yeah, and you have 2 free invokes on it.
Okay. Nice. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with alien thought to invoke it, but I'll hopefully I can think of something. If somebody else has an idea, let me know.
It also means that your plans to try to get into its head might be more complicated than you first thought.
Yeah.
But maybe you can offset the difficulty by using this knowledge of its weird mind.
Yep. Okay. So were you like waiting for me to do something now? I'm not sure what to do with that now.
I mean, how do you transmit this information to the other people once you figure
Oh,
out this?
right. I mean, good question. Like, is there like something about its alien mind that I can latch on to? Like, is there different? Like, does it not? I mean, we know it has anger, but like, in what sense do you think it's like? Is it angry about things that humans would never be angry about, or does it? I mean, can you be more specific
I
in
think you
alien
get
thought?
a shield the moment you talk to it and try to see how it reacts. You get the feeling that it's like something predatory, something. It's like you are in the presence of a great cat, but with the extra added weirdness, which it seems to be like an omnid. So you get this feeling, of something that is related to you somehow, but at the same point seems to move and behave like a cornered predator that seems to be angry for other reasons, but at the same time seem to be on a high level of stress as if being observed by prey. And everything on its instincts tell it to hide.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. All right. So I'm gonna say, huh. All right. I'm gonna say something then, like, gosh, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna make that observation. Like, look, this is a predator. This thing is clearly used to stalking prey, but for some reason it's afraid right now, and it's trying to hide.
Well, golly, I think it's probably afraid because I swung off the rafters and kicked it in the face.
Sounds pretty reasonable to me.
Maybe it's not used to that happening.
That's probably true. But perhaps we can capitalize on that. Because if I recall correctly, the gig ad did say we wanted to get it done in a hurry for the bonus. And I really could use some, well, I could use some new things for my act in terms of stage gear, but also really need to pay the electric bill. So I think we should get this thing done if we can. And I'd like to use one of my stunts, if that's cool with you.
Which one?
I think know stuff, and I think the situational aspect, based on the fact that the ghoul's not used to being kicked and is afraid, and like clearly hasn't dealt with hunters much before this particular ghoul, I'm going to say the situational aspect is how dare you interrupt my nosh? And it relates to ghouls in that they are not used to humans even noticing they're there, let alone interrupting them. And so with
And
that,
you have a free invoke on this new aspect, right?
yes.
Good.
So with that, I'd like to use probably occultist is the most appropriate thing, or investigator.
Occultist.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to talk directly to it, like looking straight at it, as though it were no big thing. Right? I am not a human who will overlook its presence, and see if I can get it to give us some information about the dead body that is our actual human. Because as far as I'm concerned, or as far as Bob is concerned, it's pretty live and let live generally, and our job wasn't to kill the ghouls, it was to figure out what was happening with the bodies.
True. Our job is to stop dead bodies from turning up.
So, we don't even know if it's the ghoul that's doing it. The ghoul might just be ghouling. So, yeah. I'm going to use occult and invoke that aspect, which is good as long as the ghoul's around, right? Or as long as the scene is.
Yeah. Yeah, situational aspects usually only last one scene.
Okay, so I'm going to use
Occultist.
right. I'm just trying to figure like, is it attack or is it just overcome or maybe create an advantage, because I'm trying to figure out what we need to do next. I don't necessarily want to attack it if it's not our prime target.
Yeah, overcome, you also are not attacking and you are also getting information. I would say you can do one of those. It depends if you want to understand it more or act on what we already know.
I think I want to understand it more so I know whether we should be even considering this.
Okay, I would say it's a create advantage then.
Okay.
Okay.
And I roll the 4 fate dice, is that right?
Unless you want to spend a fate point to use the edge.
But the other side doesn't have the edge, right? Like that would help
No.
me have the edge, but I'm not working against their edge, right?
Exactly.
And I
They
am
need to steal the edge.
okay. And I am invoking, so that helps me out if necessary. Right?
Yeah, you have the free invoke if you need.
Okay. So I'll just give it a shot and we'll see. And then we can
Okay, so just roll 4. Is that the blank?
I guess.
Yeah.
So I should probably use my invoke.
What is your occultism?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. My occult is at 2, I think.
Yeah, you're rolling against 4.
So if I use the invoke, does that give me 2 more or a free roll?
Yeah,
Or is that a
you should.
so if I match it at 4, do I win or do I need to re-roll?
You only get a boost, which is basically a non-named invoke that is only used once.
Right, but if I use the invoke,
You match.
and does that win or do I still lose? if I
Only
match?
gets you a boost, so you are basically spending a free invoke to get a free invoke.
Okay. And there's not the option to just re-roll everything with the invoke, right?
You can also reroll everything, or you can spend 2 invokes. So you use the free one and try to invoke something else. Also, I want to point out there is your free invoke, and there are also 2 other free invokes on the table.
Oh, there are?
Yeah, from the Alien Thought.
Oh. Well, let me use one to re-roll. Because I'd like to actually beat it, not just get a boost. And all I would have to get is like a...
No, but if you spend 2 free invokes, one from Alien Thought and another from your knowledge, that's a 6. You win.
Does anybody mind if I use that many? I don't know if people want them for other things.
Use all the stuff.
Okay. All right, so I will do that then.
Beat it, the more money we get sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
really good.
there's always
Never waste.
compel if you are draining.
We'll be keeping that in mind. But I'll go ahead and use 2 invokes then.
Okay, so invoke Alien Thought and you invoke your knowledge. So you get the 6 versus the 4, which means you learn a situation aspect, and you get 1 invoke. So you studied this ghoul in particularly, and you realize that it's consumed by an extreme hunger for flesh. It really needs to consume something. But you notice by its state that it's freshly turned, and it has not killed anything yet, and it's ravenous, angry because it is not consumed. And you learn 2 of its aspects: that it was not hungry enough, and it was on the wrong place at the wrong time. Do you want to create a new situational aspect or to get a free invoke on one of these 2?
I think another free invoke would be good so that someone can act on this.
Which of the 2 aspects do you want to give that?
Shoot. I need things to be like written in the chat because I lose track of what exactly they are. What were the 2? It was that needs to eat human flesh and wrong place, wrong time. Was not hungry enough. Okay. So yeah, I think I would like to put a free invoke on wrong place, wrong time. Since clearly we need to be in the right place at the right time. So we need to figure out what that is. So I'm going to put a free invoke on that one.
Yeah, but again, You get the feeling that this ghoul has been freshly turned. It has not hunted anyone. So this is not the ghoul that has been dropping the carcasses. It is a ghoul. You don't know what it's going to do, but it's not the one that has been dumping the bodies. It is a monster, yes. It is not the monster that caused the problem you are here to solve. What do you do when you realize that?
So part of me is wondering if the ghouls actually eat people, if they're not the problem, because it's saying bodies have been dropped off. Did it say whether those bodies have been eaten first? Because I was envisioning whole bodies.
Well, when they are found already rotting and missing parts. And from what you learn about ghouls from your Wikipedia binges,
Mm-hmm.
they need to eat fresh. So if the bodies were going stale, then they lost interest in them.
Okay. So, I wonder if they have to eat human flesh. Because if not, maybe we could lure it with some animal flesh, since it's hungry, and then try to, like, drill it about the situation while it's numbing.
They need to eat a living prey. That's it. Does not have to be human.
Oh, I was hoping recently that would work.
The bot just rolled the rolls.
Does anyone else want to jump in now that I've determined this, or?
Like still attempting to keep the thing from breaking down the scaffolding and going like, so that's great, but we don't have any currently living things for it to eat besides us.
All right. Hey, ghoul. You seem hungry.
It growls. Yes!
Okay, I take it by the tone of your voice that maybe ravenous
maybe it
is a
likes
better
squirrels?
descriptor. Who are you talking to? I'm talking
Not
to
that
the
I would know
ghoul.
how to catch a squirrel. Sometimes the zoos offer donations for places offer donations to zoos. I don't know. Is there like a we're in town, right? Is there possibly like a farm nearby? Maybe we could get it like a fresh goat.
Do you want to establish that by spending a fate point?
I would be a little concerned
Sure.
that the
Yeah.
ads.
I mean, why not have a sanatorium in a nice bucolic kind of, unharried environment, have like a goat farm nearby, a petting zoo. I mean, people love petting zoos.
I really need the money from this gig.
I'll spend a fate point on that.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I can hear just fine.
Okay. So, as much as a random adventure involving goats sounds delightful, we either will have to steal it or buy it. I don't have the money. And also, our client asked us to be discreet in their sort of upper class thing. And I feel like bringing in a goat and having a ghoul eat it, possibly in plain sight, is not a good thing.
And I don't really want to leave the ghoul here while we go pick up its lunch.
Yeah. All I want is to try to get some info out of this ghoul to figure out where the other ghoul is, or if they have any competition on the property for bodies. But we really want to try to not draw attention to ourselves, I think.
Yeah. So I'm down for the continued Bob attempts to talk to the ghoul about, okay, but where is your friend? Could we maybe murder your friend?
Like, I have rent control on my apartment. That's okay. I hear worse from the hecklers at the comedy club when I'm outside trying to wear my sandwich board. So I'm not too freaked out, and we need to get this done. Look, Ghoul, you are doing a
Pearl, you muted yourself. You think you clicked something.
You're doing a very good job at being frightening, but I think we both know, based on your level, I don't know what to do about Walter, of hunger, that you haven't been dumping bodies everywhere. And all we're here for is to figure that out. And if you can help us with that, we can probably find you some sort of animal afterwards, away from here where people will be watching. And I know that you as a ghoul don't like to be noticed by humans.
Okay, you're gonna be attacked
Okay.
because the ghoul is gonna try to trick you. So this is gonna be an influencer attack, and you're gonna be defending. How do you defend socially? It's actually you can defend with socialite, social worker, and survivor.
I have
Basically,
Survivor.
okay, so you're gonna be defending with survivor, and the ghoul is actually pretty good at this. This one in life was pretty tricky, so it's going to try to manipulate you. A good thing is that it rolled shit. Uh, so basically, they are trying to take your edge. So they are going to try to take your edge with a +1.
Okay.
Okay.
And what do I need to roll for that then?
You need to beat +1 with survivor.
All right. So that's at a level 2 for me. And roll for your parties here. It's just taking a second to load. Okay. Dang it.
Did you get?
Can I continue to invoke my one aspect because it's still part of the scene?
But you don't have freeze anymore.
I thought the skill or the
Yeah, it gives you 1 free invoke.
oh yeah. Okay.
But again, you have a free invoke on wrong time, wrong place, and on alien thought.
I'll take one of the alien thought ones because this I gotta figure out what he's thinking attacking me when I'm trying to be so nice.
Yeah. So
Like I was trying to
what is your result now?
So it was flat because it was 2 minuses, but I have 2 survivor points.
Wait, but you were winning before that.
It was?
2 beats 1.
Yeah, but they were canceled out by the negatives.
Okay. So you were 0. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you are at 2. Okay. So you beat it. So it seems to be trying to catch you off guard. And it's going, so that's what I smell. It filled me with great rage as someone was entering my territory, competition for my prey. And
yeah, no, we're not though. And also, I already kicked you through a building. Like, you should just calm it down. I know you're hungry, but we have work to do. The comedy club show tonight, it's coming up, and I can't miss it. And I also need to pay rent.
You must remove the order. If you get rid of the order, I'll not pursue you.
Great. This is just the information we wanted. We would love to remove the other. Could you maybe point us in the direction of the other and tell us the best way to remove it? I mean, I know where the mound is, but I don't really know. Like, is it going to come out? How do we beat it? I'm asking this thing to help us out.
Okay.
And we will cede the territory.
The ghoul seems embarrassed. I don't know. I don't know how these work. I don't even know that we need to bury ourselves. Maybe I should do that. I don't know.
Have you met the other thing?
No, but I sense its smell ever since.
Is it not a ghoul like you? I assume
I-
it would be able to tell by smell.
Yeah, I feel the smell of something. The last thing I remember was being in the dark and something striking me, and then waking up hungry and running through here, and then suddenly sensing their scent everywhere. I went to look to it to remove the other predator on this place, and then I found you, and I was consumed by ravenous hunger.
I feel you, man. There are weeks when all I can afford is like white bread and American cheese. I get hungry too. Hey, Diego, Julian, I have an idea for this ghoul. If we can get his help, pardon me for a second, Mr. Ghoul.
Yeah.
I can think of a number of places where we could take it, like the police precinct. And we could just let it go there. And I don't know about your neighborhood, but the ones in mine aren't doing any good. And that could be something we could offer it in exchange for helping us with this other ghoul, because it sounds like the other one maybe is older and has been here longer, and I'm a little bit worried. And they can't both have this territory, and I'm not prepared to be eaten.
I don't want to be eaten either. And part of me is like,
So you're saying
but I
find a
shouldn't
new
just
territory
hand
for
it
this ghoul.
all the cops. But the rest of me is like,
But then
I
we
can
still
look
have to
the
deal
other
with
way.
the other ghoul who's been leaving bodies places.
What, Julian? Sorry, I heard Diego. At least I think I heard Diego. Well, I can't hear Julian. Diego, do you want to repeat that just so I make sure I have it?
Oh, you can't hear me?
Oh, I can now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like I might be missing some things because my audio's gone out in and out. Like sometimes I can hear some of you, sometimes I can't. But I guess I'm partly trying to clarify the situation. So it sounds like we've got two ghouls. One ghoul, the two ghouls are too many for this location. And the other problem is that one of the two ghouls is leaving bodies everywhere. And so our job is to get the messy ghoul to clean up after themselves, right? I mean, technically, we don't need to kill either of these ghouls. If we can just convince them to, like after they murder a human, dispose of its body properly. That's really all we need to do. Especially if we can talk to them, we might as well be reasonable, right?
Thus far, this one is only not eating me because I'm trying to find other ways to offer it fresh, alive bodies. It's ravenously hungry, and
so
that's
we also want them to not eat us. Okay.
Yeah. So Bob's proposal is that we instead offer it a local cop precinct because that is better than eating us. And Diego's like,
all right.
not
is there
ideal,
like a corrupt
but
politician
fine.
nearby that we could like drop it in the yard of or something?
A who that we can drop it in the yard of?
A corrupt politician?
I think it needs more than one person to be sustainable indefinitely.
Yeah.
Like it only eats live flesh, right? But our big problem is that we need to do the gig so that we can make the money, and that means dealing with the other ghoul. So our current need of the moment is to get ghoul number 1 here to cooperate, to stop ghoul number 2 from dropping bodies everywhere, at which point we can fulfill our gig. And then we should ideally keep our promise to this ghoul, I'm thinking, because otherwise I just don't see that going so well.
Our promise was to give this ghoul a dinner, basically.
Well, we were in the middle of negotiating it. Nothing has been decided on.
Probably something fresh. Okay.
I mean, I suggested
All
giving
right.
it
That
a new
sounds
hunting
reasonable.
ground, right? Because it and the other ghoul are overlapping hunting grounds, and we don't really want either one at this hunting ground because that's the job.
Is it?
Well,
Sure.
stop it from dropping bodies, right? So,
Well, this one so far did not drop a single body.
which is why I'm trying to get it to help us with the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we give it a different hunting ground, then that's potentially another job down the line. But we don't have to worry about that because that could be someone else's job.
I mean, can one ghoul eat another? Like, is that a thing? I don't know.
No,
Or
they're
gross.
not
That's like
alive.
cannibalism.
They
To
need
have
No,
one
they're
ghoul
not
eat another
alive.
ghoul.
Living
Like
flesh.
that would be horrible.
Living flesh.
Yeah. The ghoul says, "Well,
Living. Okay.
I would love to help you get rid of the other ghoul, and then I will have this place to myself."
We actually are going to need to relocate you, or other people are just going to keep coming after you. And I know how much you don't like to have attention on you, which is why I'm thinking we could find you a place with lots of fresh meat, but something where people will pay less attention.
Do
Or
I
at least
not
one will
like
pay
to
less
have
attention.
attention on me? I don't even know myself.
That was what I established with my stunt.
You seem to know more about my strange nature than I do myself.
Bob
Well-
knows a lot of stuff. It's best to just take what he says is true.
You just go down those rabbit holes and you learn all kinds of things. And my research did indicate pretty strongly that ghouls prefer to fly under the radar. And now that everyone knows there's been a problem around here, I mean, we're talking news crews are going to be brought in. It's attention you don't want. You won't have time to be stalking people and eating them if people are watching your every move.
I can lay low. I know the layout of the grounds. Nobody can find me here. I can just.
I mean, I found you and kicked you in the face. And then
Wow.
Diego kicked you in the face.
You said it yourself. You seem to know a thing or two. I think you're probably smarter than the average bear.
Why, thank you. That's very kindly, Mr. Ghoul. Anyone else want to chime in on this? I'm running out.
I'm
Yeah.
nodding along.
I mean, what if maybe this ghoul can help us defeat the other ghoul? We turn in the other ghoul's body, say, look what we did. And then this ghoul seems like a very reasonable fellow. They know their way around the grounds. I'm sure we can convince this ghoul that, as they go rampaging and slaughtering and killing and eating human flesh, that they just dispose of the bodies really well so that there's no future problems. And then everybody's happy. Well, I mean, the future victims, but we know to tell our friends not to stay here, so we'll be all right.
I mean, I don't know that this ghoul is as reasonable as you think he is, or as chill. If you want to go ahead and try that, I will back away slowly, and just watch.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is a ridiculous thing to request, but luckily he has alien thought, so it might actually work. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna propose my plan to the ghoul and see how it goes.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is gonna be influencer.
Okay. So let's see. So that I think I have a 3 for influencer. Where's my sheet? Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and do I know what the difficulty rating on this is?
I still have not rolled.
Oh, okay. It's going to be like a competing thing.
Yeah.
All right. So I could spend another fate point to get an edge, or do I? We already used the free invoke for alien. Oh, we had 2 free invokes for alien thought.
We
Is
used
there
it
still an
both
alien thought?
already. You used it both
Free-
already. You will need to use a fate point.
Okay. All right. So that would give me a +2. But I could instead of that invoke, I could just spend a fate point on the die, which would, in theory, be better than the +2 for the invoke, right?
The edge is always gonna be better.
The edge. Okay, yeah. So I'll spend a fate point for the edge then.
Okay.
Okay,
Go for
throw
it
that
then.
in. Oh no, it's not stopping spinning yet. All right, maybe I need to use another browser. Maybe I'm having browser issues with the roll for your party. Let's see. does it even look like in this browser? Because it's the same thing happening to me again, where it just keeps spinning and spinning. That's super weird.
It's working perfectly
Or
well.
maybe I'll just roll some regular die.
Yeah, just roll some.
Yeah, okay, it's just something for me.
Yeah, it's
For
weird.
some reason, my computer is like.
It won't
I'll just
start.
try rolling some dice, and let's see.
Okay.
Oh my god, I got 3 pluses and a blank, and then I got a 2 on my edge die, so that's a total of 5. I tried starting roll for your party in another browser, and it's just not even starting.
Okay.
I don't know why my computer is so weird right now.
Okay, he has 3. So 5 versus 3.
And then I have 8 with my other. Well, I actually have 8 because I didn't add my my influencer.
8
So I have a total
versus
of 8.
3. Okay, so he concedes and he agrees. So he listens to your appeal. So he is going to accept your terms. So what are you proposing?
Okay, so I'm proposing that this fellow seems to like it around here. He knows his way around. Seems like he'd like to have the place to himself, and that he wants to be, not noticed. So just kind of hang out here and not be noticed. So I'm going to propose that he helps us get rid of the other ghoul. We'll turn in the other ghoul's body, and then that'll be like a nice proof that we did what we were going to do. And this ghoul, we let him continue to hang out here as long as and we like basically give him a warning. We're like, look, if any bodies get found, they're going to send us or people like us out for you again. So just enjoy the buffet all you want, but clean up your table scraps in a way that nobody finds them, right? That's basically, so, and we won't tell anybody that he's here if he helps us find the other ghoul and get rid of him.
The ghoul seems to not. All right.
Okay, groovy. So yeah, it seems like it's in Chrome browser, my roll for party is bad, but in Firefox browser, it's okay. I don't know what that's about. So I'll just try Firefox from now on.
So,
all right, so
who's going to release the ghoul?
Oh yeah, now we have to let it out. Do we trust it? I mean, do we have a better option? I'll be like, oh, I got this. The ghoul's totally gonna help us out, and I'll like start like, I don't know, undoing some of the scaffolding to make way for the ghoul to get out.
I'm backing away.
You're gonna undo the scaffolding of the building?
Yeah, please don't take down the scaffolding because that would be damage to the area.
You can lure the other ghoul here. He does not know that I'm here, so then I can make short work of him.
So I'm thinking we make Walter make an account and we do all the gigs under his name so that when he takes super foolhardy actions that could like demolish all of our scores and lose all our money, it's on his account.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
So he makes that proposal.
That sounds like a bad plan, I say.
It's a bad life, kid.
I mean, I'm sure you're a nice ghoul, but I don't trust you that much.
Well, I don't even know what I am. I barely even remember my name.
That's real sad. I mean, I'd be down to talk about your feelings sometime when you're not trying to eat everyone. Diego is going to look to Bob because Bob clearly knows the most about ghouls and will make the best decision.
Bob is seeing that Julian is having more success, so
Cool.
apparently knowledge does not equal success in this scenario, and is leaving it to Julian. He brokered the deal, and he needs to seal it.
Yeah, Diego is just here for kicks and maybe sometimes feelings with things that don't want to eat him.
You're muted, Walter. Can you hear us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear anybody.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I cannot hear you at all, but I can see you in the text. I cannot hear or see anybody, but I'm getting Ludo's texts in. One idea is we could switch to one of the voice channels in the Storytime Discord, and then we could at least all hear each other, even if my video is going out in Whereby.
Yeah, or if there's a
Or
streaming
switch to it to
platform
to one of the voice channels.
that works.
Oh, there you are on
Okay.
RPG. I'll try joining. Okay. Hello, Ludo. Can you hear me in the Storytime channel? I hear something, but it's not distinct.
Yeah, I don't think it's a video conference because Walter is also not hearing me on Discord. I think it's their connection. He's also not hearing to me in Discord. So, and Roll for your party is also freaking out. Okay, so you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the programs itself. It seems to be
No,
something on Walter's end.
no.
Or I could try my phone. What if I try my phone? Let's see.
Oof. Is it any different? Walter, any improvements? Any improvements? Can you hear?